Alright, I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I'll check to make sure. I am live, in fact. I don't know how many people are going to see this. I'm going to send the link on Twitter, let people know that I am live, reacting to this now. But it's Xbox Developer Direct time. I meant Nintendo. No, it's not the Nintendo Direct. Hold on, I'm getting a call from someone. Give me a sec. Alright, I think everything's in order. I don't see any chat yet. Nothing in the chat yet, so I'm just gonna switch scenes to the hopefully more people will join as time goes on. Something else that happened today was the Oscar nominations being unveiled. And I made a video of myself reacting to that. I didn't actually stream it because this was happening, so I'm streaming this, but what's it called? I'll be uploading my reaction to the Oscars soon. I was actually supposed to be uploading it earlier, but I kept on messing up the editing process. But now I think I got it just right. I hope I got it just right. So expect that sometime this afternoon. But for now, it's about Xbox. And honestly, I don't even really care about Xbox itself. I care more about the stuff that they're publishing that will probably go to Steam. Because that's the thing, is that most Xbox games are guaranteed on PC as well. So even if I don't have like an Xbox Series X or S, I can always just use my laptop to play any of their games. Almost certain that that new Doom will be on... hold on a sec. I'm on private, aren't I? Fuck. I think that's the problem. Is it private? I'm not sure. This is private. Could I view the stream on another account? I can. So I did make it private, so... Alright, I guess we're just gonna get started. The stream started, so yeah, let's go. All games are available day one with Game Pass. Good to know. All games support Xbox Play Anywhere, cloud gaming, enjoy. Yeah. Peggy 18. And all the other age ratings. Man, being a developer must be fun. No way, that guy's playing a freaking organ. That's cool. Hell yeah. Xbox logo, developers direct. Cool, fancy, epic, legendary. Wait, oh, we're starting with that mystery game right off the bat? Ooh, Team Ninja. I forget what has Team Ninja made again? I like this music.
こんにちは、超えてくもゲームズチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
Anyway, what do they have to show here? Koei Tecmo?
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked
so it's not
havoc
Neo,
across the world.
Ooh, cyber.
The plot
like,
was
space setting.
ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja.
Ah, it's Ninja Gaiden.
However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an
That's like
endless downpour
futuristic.
of
I've heard of Ninja Gaiden.
The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle
I've seen people
against
play
chaos
Ninja Gaiden
to
games
this day.
before. I believe the only one I really played was
Infiltrated
the
the facility.
Switch Online one.
Commencing mission.
It might not even be Ninja Gaiden, but Platinum's also involved. So this is like collaborative efforts. Looks fun. Definitely looks very high polished.
No escape.
Pretty cool that's day one on Game Pass too. Ooh, sick.
You're open.
Ooh.
Weak.
I love the looks of this. It looks like a lot of fun.
This is it. Ryu Hayabusa.
Oh yeah, it is Ninja Gaiden.
Whatever your clan is plotting, it ends here. So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I
Ooh,
will
but you go
execute
against
my
him?
mission.
Ninja Gaiden 4. Nice. I actually didn't know that, so that's the
世界
fourth
中の町
one.
人の皆さん、10年以上
Well,
大
again, I'm
変
not too
お待たせ
familiar
しま
with
した
the Ninja Gaiden series, but
最強の
so
忍
glad
者と
they're
なり
finally
容赦なく
returning
襲
to
い
it.
来
We're
る敵
excited to
に挑
announce
むハ
Ninja
イスピ
Gaiden
ードア
4,
クション
a new
忍者ガ
mainline
イデンのナン
entry
バリング最新作と
where
して
you become the
忍者
ultimate
ガイデン
ninja and
4
take on
発
the
表さ
relentless
せていただ
enemies
き
in
ました
fierce combat.
本作はプラチナゲームズさん
Ninja
との
Gaiden
協業
4
で
's
開発を
Team
進めていま
Ninja
す
and Platinum.
プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンル
The
におけ
action
る
bona
実績は
fide
言うまでも
of
なく
Platinum games
ベヨ
need
ネッ
no
タやニアオー
introduction.
ト
This
マ
is
タ
gonna
など
be
素晴らしいアクションタ
Bayonetta,
イト
Nier
ルを目指し
Automata,
てこられました 忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを
Honestly,
10年以上の時を超え
there's
て
potential here,
新たに
man.
皆様にお
I'm
届けする
excited
にあ
for
たり
this.
より多くの方に新鮮な気持
He's
ちでプレ
crafting
イ
a
してい
new
ただける
adventure
よう
with a new
新
master
たな
ninja
世界を新主
protagonist,
人公であるもう
Yukamo,
一人の町に
Yakumo, set
ヤ
in
ク
a
モで
fresh new
冒険
world
すると
where
いう
you
形
can
で制作することに
immerse
しました。
yourselves in a brand new experience. And then
先
Ryu.
ほどご覧いただい
The
た映
trailer,
像
you
の
also
中
see
でリュ
Ryu
ウハヤブサも登場して
Hayabusa,
おり
who
ま
will
した
be
が
a pivotal
彼
role
は
in the
今回
story.
物語に密
But
接
he's
に
not
関
the main
わってきます。
protagonist.
なぜヤクモと戦うことに
Very
なったのか
interesting.
リュウハヤブサが
It
戦
will
う
be
目的は
revealed
何
as
な
the
のか
story
本作の
unfolds.
物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
Oh god.
物語は
Oh, Shifrless released his Oscar nomination reaction video, so I'll go be watching that soon.
この
And
雨
then
は
I'll be
黒龍がまだ生きてい
releasing
る
mine.
証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。
She looks cool.
今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一
Our
門
new
に所
hero,
属する
you
ヤク
can
モ
remember
が
the young
首都
ninja.
東京で
I
黒
can't
龍
read.
を倒し、この
They're
世界を
talking
晴ら
too
すため
fast. I can't
戦い
read
に
all
身を
this
投
at
じます。
once.
これまで
I'm not gonna
忍者
make
ガイデン
lie.
シリーズ
This
で
is a
描かれて
very
きた
raw,
ダー
like
クで
sort
ハー
of
ドな世界
preview.
観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向く
You
よ
know,
うに感じ
Ninja
られる
Gaiden
は
is
ず
a
です。
classic franchise. You know, it dates back to the freaking NES.
前作
So
より立
to
体
see
的
it
に
back
重度
is
の
always
し
a
た
good
危
sight.
険に満ちたステージを忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションやチャレン
Once
ジ、
again, I have
隠
not
され
played a
たアイ
lot
テム
of
などを用意して
or any of the Ninja
ステージ
Gaiden
が
games
進むごとに
before,
上がっていくテンションにも
but
驚い
I've
てい
heard
ただ
good
ける
things
と思いま
about
す。
the new ones. I think Ninja Gaiden Wikipedia. I'm just like looking up what game. When was the last time they released a Ninja Gaiden game?
竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな超
They
人
haven't
です。
released one
彼に
since
は
the
まだ
Ninja Gaiden
若さも
Master
残ってい
Collection
ます
in
が、カラ
2021,
ス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、
and then
忍
they
者
had
ガイ
some
デン
like
シリーズにお
smaller
ける
non-mainline
忍者の頂
games.
点、竜
So
と
this is
肩を
the
並
first
べる
Ninja Gaiden
世代の
since
超人たり得る人物としてデザインし
with
ています。
Ninja Gaiden 3 for the PS3. So hey, new
そんな
first
ヤク
new
モの前
Ninja
に
Gaiden
立ち
in
塞が
like
るのは
12 years.
荒れ
So
果てた東
that's
京
hype.
の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開
Once
してい
again,
ま
I
せんが、
don't know shit
新
about
たな
Ninja
キャラク
Gaiden.
ターや
All I
シ
know
リ
is that
ーズ
it's
フ
a
ァンの方に喜んでい
well-respected
ただ
game
ける人
franchise.
物も
So
登場しますので、
for
続
everyone
報
who's
に
a
ご
fan
期
of
待
this
ください。
of this series, really cool. And honestly, I'm
従
gonna
来の
need
シ
to
リーズ
check
から
out some
バ
of
トル
the
スピードをさらに加
older
速させ、
ones.
目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。
Is Ninja Gaiden 3 like available
さら
on
に
Xbox
ヤクモが使える新要素、
or Steam or
結節
something?
忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら一
Honestly,
瞬
I
の
can
隙を
imagine there's
逃さ
like
ず
a
に
lot of
攻撃を仕掛けてい
extremely
くことが
like
重要
excited
です。
reactions to this right
ヌエの
now.
方によって忍
Is
者ガイデ
this
ンの
gonna
アク
be
シ
an
ョンの
Xbox?
味
If
わい
this is
に
an Xbox
さらなる進化を
exclusive,
感じられるかと思い
God
ます。
damn. It's also kind of redeeming scale bounds cancellation because
特
that was
に
a
ア
platinum
クション
games
に
game
関
that
して
was
は
going to be
手触
exclusive
り
to
バラン
Xbox.
ス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、 2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、実技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ、新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者外伝にご期待ください。忍者外伝シリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者外伝を触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者外伝を初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者外伝4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。続報にもぜひご期待ください。
But is it going to be exclusive to Xbox?
さて、本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。こちらをご覧
Take
く
a
ださい。
look. Koei Tecmo. And Team Ninja. Is this like another new game that's like... That's still Ninja Gaiden. Unreal Engine. Is this going to be like a remake or something? Ooh. So it's Ninja Gaiden again, but definitely looks older. This might be a remake. I don't know. Acura slide.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
Or is this just straight up another new Ninja Gaiden game?
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Genshi, go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. So I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, it is Ninja Gaiden remake for Ninja Gaiden
ハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。
Alright.
今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の
Once again, I don't exactly know any of the Ninja Gaiden
グラフィ
games.
ックを大幅に刷新。
And they're
忍者ガイ
redoing
デン
it
2
Unreal
の完
Engine
全版
5.
とし
So
て開発い
within
た
the
しました。
span of like
綺麗なグラフィックでお楽し
15
みいただ
minutes,
けるのは
Ninja
もちろ
Gaiden
ん
fans
竜
are
ハヤブサに
freaking
加
eating
え
right
綾
now.
音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャ
And
ラ
for
クタ
every
ーとして
Ninja
登
Gaiden
場し
fan
ま
out
す。
there,
そ
I'm
して
happy for
本
you.
作は本日コンソール PC そして Xbox ゲームパスでこの後すぐに発売となります。忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。今年はチーム忍者創立
This year
30
marks
周
the
年の節
30th
目であり、
anniversary of
本
founding
日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め
It's the year of the
2025年は忍者の
ninja.
年
So
いや
last year
おざ
was
忍
the
者
year of
と
Shadow.
ぜひ忍者ガイデン
This
シリー
year
ズ
is
の
going to
展
be
開
the
に
year
ご注
of
目くだ
Ninja
さい。
Gaiden.
本日はありがとうございました。
And that's just the first 2 games shown. And it's going to be on fall 2025. What's next? Oh, Compulsion. So, I don't remember what this game was called. Project.
Hi, Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada.
Ayo,
At our
Canadian
studio, we care about
representation,
world building.
even though it's French
We treat the
Canada,
setting
yeah.
almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history we have to
I've actually been to Montreal
draw
before. It's
inspiration from the
a
landscape
beautiful city.
to
Like,
shape
I
mood,
highly
drama,
recommend
and
visiting
intrigue.
Montreal. It's like
For South of
the
Midnight,
closest you'll
our
get to a
third-person
European
action
feeling
adventure
city
game, the story and
in
characters bring a folkloric
North
deep
America.
South to life. This
Maybe
gave
Quebec
us a chance
City,
to explore Southern
which is
Gothic
also in
themes
Quebec.
with a dark
Quebec is just
fantasy
beautiful
twist.
in general.
So while our protagonist Hazel
Yeah,
is at the
yeah,
forefront
yeah.
of our
French,
story,
French. But
it's the macabre
besides
elements
that, it's
and
cool.
larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shit, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
Oh, this is a
We might need
cutscene.
some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Yeah. Oh God.
Hazel
Shit.
may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where
Kind of
she'll learn who
interesting
she
to see
really
them doing
is.
the FPS thing,
And
you know, like it's
how to
Spider-Verse
tap
or
into
something.
weaving. An ancient magical power that redefines
Kind of reminds
her
me of
trajectory in life.
in Spider-Man Miles Morales, you can get like
The
a
land
costume
itself
that makes you into like
chooses Hazel
Spider-Verse
as a
Miles,
weaver.
and it cuts the frame rates
Someone who
of
can
the way
see
your character
beyond
moves
the
is what's kind of
surface
giving
and
me
tap
that
into
vibe of.
deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world.
My question is this a stylistic choice, or
and echoes of the
is it just something that they did say, yo, we did it, we
Hazel can
cut the
perceive
frames?
both the mystical strands and stigmas in
Because
the
right now,
world.
it's not looking too
Through her
amazing.
newfound power,
But it seems like there's
she
sometimes where
reweaves these
if she
stigmas
is moving
and
like
mends the
Spider-Verse-y, so I
afflicted
think it'll be
creatures
sort of
she
like,
encounters.
you know,
As
it would be
Hazel
used
discovers
sparingly.
her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here?
Okay, so it's kind of like,
Among them is
it's kind of like
Goldfish,
Splash
the
Mountain,
storyteller
but
who
not
becomes both
racist.
the guide and companion to
Or
Hazel.
based off a racist
It ain't
property.
every day I hear about a new weaver. so
Or
did
maybe
you say?
like,
Would you
I don't know,
kindly do your
settings like
weaving
this,
thing and help
first
me
things that
down?
come to mind are like Disney movies, like
Meeting
Princess
Catfish
and the
marks
Frog.
the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning.
You know, it's always great
Her
to
weapons
have
include a
this
spindle,
kind of black representation
2
in
weaving
gaming.
hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements.
It's sort of like a
Hazel
New
engages
Orleans
with the
kind of
world through a
aesthetic,
variety
I
of
feel.
movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel
But
progress
like,
on the journey.
I'm just saying, like, you know, the
As
swamp
her journey
aesthetic,
unfolds, Hazel will
with like
master
the wooden
new
houses
weaving
and stuff like that. It
abilities,
just,
using them to traverse the world.
you know,
conjure
I've seen it
objects,
before, but I never get tired of seeing
and
it. I always
confront
like the swamp
adversaries.
aesthetic for some reason.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
Yo, bring
These
back
aints
the
trap
Luigi's
Hazel in combat
Mansion
until
3
she
background. It
unravels
looks
them,
more interesting than
destroying
the
them in
actual
the
screen
process.
itself.
Each aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to.
Announce Banjo
For
3
example,
Cowards. I hope
the
they
slot
do.
burrows
I hope they
underground
do.
and unleashes
But I
devastating
think Rare
strikes
is
from
currently
afar.
working on another game right now, so I don't know
While the
if
Redditor
Banjo's coming
closes
back
the
is on the
distance
horizon.
with chilling speed.
Wait, never mind. This is
Hazel
good stuff.
encountered
Yeah.
these threats with
Where's
agile
Mario?
melee abilities to
Well,
execute powerful
this isn't a
combos,
Nintendo Direct. This is an Xbox.
jump attacks, and charge
What the
attacks.
Sigma is this?
But close combat is risky and can backfire
It was
because
Ninja
aints
game.
have powerful defensive abilities.
Oh my
Mastering
god.
your magical skills becomes
Why are
the key
these
to gaining the upper end
so
in
slow?
combat.
They're not slow. They're taking
Push,
the time
pull,
to
and
explain
weave
to you
are
what
some of the
they're
spells
doing
at
with
your
like actual
disposal
insight
that
from the
give you a
developers and
tactical
people working on the
advantage
game.
during
I actually
Timing
don't mind
is
this.
everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos. Push them back to interrupt and stun their attack.
Yes,
Then
I meant the one with
press
the rabbit
advantage
character,
with
yeah.
follow-up strikes.
They recently rebranded it to
Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type.
a Princess and the
creating
Frog ride,
dynamic combat
which I think
scenarios.
was definitely the right choice in terms
Especially
of
when
like
facing
cultural
multiple types of
appropriation. But I heard
opponents
that
at the same
recently
time.
It kind of like
Once
detracts
near
from the
death, enemies
entertainment
can
value
be
of the ride
unraveled,
itself.
breaking their core and
I feel like they
setting
could
them
have
free of their
probably done it
corruption,
way better than
which
what
has
people
the
are
added
saying.
benefit
They could
of
have done
providing
it, or how
elbows
people are
and
saying they could
reducing
have done it.
ability cooldowns. If you play your
What are you
combos
gonna
right,
do?
you can
If you really don't like it,
enhance
just
Hazel's
don't go on that
combat
ride. There's
readiness and
like a
keep on
million
changing
other
her
rides
abilities.
in Disney World to go
As
to.
Hazel progresses in the
Besides,
game,
that one gets
she
you wet.
unlocks
If you
new
really want to
moves and
walk around with
improved
a wet
abilities,
bottom,
and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will
oh
change
my
how
god,
you
those
approach
menu
combat,
screens, they remind me of
enhancing
Bloodborne.
area
Just makes me wish
effective
that we got
tasks,
Bloodborne 2 already.
or refining
Or,
push
I
and
mean,
pull skills
Bloodborne
to improve
HD,
precision
whatever.
and make them feel more rewarding.
Or a Bloodborne that doesn't
The
run at
combat
30
system
frames per
is
second.
fast and responsive. Built
A
around
PC
chaining
port, for
attacks,
fuck's sake.
blending precise strikes and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around? You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more.
It's old man Jenkins.
In
Oh,
Hazel's
man,
search for her
Jenkins.
mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually encounter
Southern
the
Gothic,
backstories
that's
of these
what
beings,
you call
once
this.
human or animal,
Southern Gothic.
who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver,
Isn't that what
Hazel
Edgar
heals these
Allan Poe
creatures by
was?
collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes.
Yeah, he
before
was
she can
the
run.
front runner in Southern Gothic,
What kind of person would do
Mr.
that to
Edgar Allan
someone?
Poe.
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can yield them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also
They're not like
reflects the
showing a lot, but they're
uniqueness
going
of
really
each
in
creature,
depth
with distinct
with
mechanics
the
that
games that
center
they're
around
showing.
a specific theme.
Like, whereas the Nintendo Direct,
These
they would like
encounters
unveil
feature
like
multiple phases
25
that ramp up in
games, but
complexity.
only go into like the depth of like
As the
3 or
encounters
2 of them.
progress, the musical
They're
theme
just
builds
like
up,
going straight
cranking
into
the
depth
tension
about
alongside the fight.
these games.
Whether
But
it's
this one looks
Tuco
fun.
Tom or hugging Molly.
My biggest problem with
Each of
this
these
one right now
larger-than-life
is that
creatures is inspired
yes, Game
by
Pass,
Southern
them being on
folk
Game Pass
and
is
lead
cool. It's an
to climactic
it's
battles.
it's an incentive to buy an
got a
Xbox,
long
to
journey
experience it with
ahead.
Game Pass or PC.
South of Midnight
with Game
unfolds
Pass,
as a
but like
hero's journey, and as Hazel,
the lack of
you'll travel
exclusivity
through
still
a
hurts. Like
tapestry
there will
of
always be
Southern
people
inspired
who will
landscapes.
only play on PlayStation and
abysmal
will only
swamps
wait and
flooded
just wait till these
farmlands
games come to
to
PlayStation.
the Appalachian
Even if they're
Peaks.
not getting it for like free,
In
like
our
with Game
magical
Pass, they're
South,
still
decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees
Whoa.
and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team
something
to
I was
bring a
kind of
distinct
surprised with when it
personality
came to
and
the
tone
Oscar
into every
nominations. As
profit
I
character.
thought that Dune was gonna get nominated for
Because
a
this
hell ton
folklore
of
is open
shit.
to visual interpretation,
They only got nominated
we embrace
for
the freedom
5.
to reimagine these creatures
I
and their
assumed that
stories
Dune 2 was
to
gonna be this
adapt
year's
how they look
Oppenheimer,
and to craft our own
where it just
version
gets
of a
unanimously
fantastical
voted
beast
for
set.
everything, and probably goes home with a decent chunk of the awards. But surprisingly not.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes.
And I guess, you know,
we're lucky to have
Dune
talent
2
across
wasn't
all
my
the disciplines
favorite
that collaborate
movie
to
of the
give
year.
South of
It was
Midnight
one of the
such
best
a
movies of
unique
the year,
personality.
honestly. But it
We
wasn't
hope
like
you enjoyed this deep
top
dive
3.
into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to
There were
announce
other
that the
movies
game
from
will
this year I
launch
liked
on
more.
April 8th,
And honestly, there are probably
pre-orders
movies
are now
I like more
available
from
on
this
Xbox
year,
and
depending
Steam.
on what I watch. So it'll be coming April 8th. What the heck is Sandfall Interactive? What even is this game? Ooh, this is a nice looking city.
Bonjour, everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive, and welcome to our manor.
Oh wow, 2 French games. One from Montreal, one from
We are a small studio
France.
based in Montpellier, France, working on our first
Lots
game,
of French.
Fear Expedition
Lots of French
33.
games.
It's a turn-based
so this is a
RPG
turn-based
set in the
RPG
fantasy
they're showing
version
off
of
now.
late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't
course
want to
people are saying
focus
it's
on
woke.
good versus evil.
Of course people are
What's
saying it's
interesting to
the
us
next
are people
Forspoken
who,
2.
yes, are
Oh.
flawed, but who care
Honestly,
deeply about each other.
The way the
conflicts
characters acted
arise
sounded
because they
didn't
have
sound too
different
much like
perspectives
Forspoken,
on
but I
what
can
needs to
understand
be
why
done.
that
I'm sorry about
perspective
that.
could
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with
understand why that
adult
perspective
characters
could be
who
felt.
feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna pretty beautiful, and like, if these are the cutscenes
In a world
in-game,
like
they look
this,
great.
how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Saying goodbye to someone else.
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my
You
dad
know, you
and
never
I
know when
used
you'll
to
lose
do.
someone in your life, so it's always good to
And
say
Nael,
goodbye to them.
who cares
before
more about really
they leave.
living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you...
Yahoo!
Azertayo CFU 565 is a Ouija lover.
Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly
you.
but kinda
I don't know what the hell
bloodthirsty
you're fucking-
philosopher and a fully playable
what the fuck
character.
your
He has a
thing
really cool
said,
battle
but
mechanic where he can
thanks for
turn into
subscribing.
the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need the foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Gestrol, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Gestrols across the game. Bonjour. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition.
How damn quiet is my
each
audio
of them
right now?
has their own
How damn
story
quiet
arc
is my
and resolution
audio?
that we think
Okay, my audio
really
should be back now. And I'm gonna lower the fucking volume as well on my thing.
In addition to a strong narrative,
Alright, audio should be fine now. That guy's playing the organ. Anyway, so this game, in case you heard nothing I've been saying for the next couple of, for the last couple of minutes, this game looks cool, looks aesthetically nice, cutscenes look great. Hopeful for it, hopefully it's good.
You can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies.
Seems like an RPG, alright.
Of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character.
I just hope it doesn't feel too generic in the grand scheme once everything's said and done, but
a lot of time designing each character's
it looks
unique
cool.
Mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Melee switches between stances which can ultimately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Mel the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and
this is a very French-feeling game. So, what will happen is I'll probably, if I ever play this game, I play with the French dub and English subtitles because it feels right.
Grungy and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrals are like.
Isn't that what a whole RPG is?
The Gestral village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors,
They're like,
red and white.
sort of like hand
I wanted to make it
puppets.
feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Monoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
You know, how do people come up with this kind of stuff?
For Escape, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals.
Well, some people are. I wish I had the talent that some of these people had and the creativity as well. Like to imagine this kind of stuff, it's like it's wild to think about.
RPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map.
You got a
Okay,
world
it was
map.
a real challenge
Ooh.
to create, both artistically and technically, and it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around.
So he's
We're
like different
super
ways you
happy
can
with the
traverse.
results, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
Cool. I'm interested.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years.
4 years.
That's
Honestly,
why we're
impressive
delighted
to be able to make
announce
something like this in 4
that
years.
Expedition 33.
Oh, 4 years. It
launches
sounds like a long
on
time, but like
April
in terms of the
24
game
on
development
Xbox Series
landscape,
X and S,
it's
and
pretty
is available
pretty
day
good
one
actually.
With Xbox Game Pass. You can already wishlist the game and follow us for more info.
We are
Nice.
super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story.
Thank you,
our
merci.
world, and our take on the
Merci,
turn-based
my
genre.
friend. Merci, garçon.
On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Merci beaucoup.
Viendra. Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Tomorrow comes. Expedition 33. And it will come April. Okay, so 2 April releases. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. The return of Doom Man and ID Software. Oh my god, the fucking music.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance,
And heavy metal rock
priority for
music.
us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Oh boy, he's got like one of those.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a
Damn,
cinematic
it's
sci-fi fantasy
it's
world
very.
full of
It
locations
looks
to
so different
explore,
aesthetically as
powerful
well.
weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016. And that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this
So,
experience. So if you're
Doom
new to the
2016 was the
franchise,
first, and then
then
Eternal
Doom:
was
The
the
Dark
sequel,
Ages will
and
be
so
the
this is the
perfect entry
prequel
point
to
into the series.
2016.
And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break
What do
it
you mean
down,
return to
starting
form? There
with
was no return to form. It's more like a throwback.
In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank.
An
Heavy,
iron tank.
strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Ah, I see.
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing
The way they said return to form, it's like they're implying that the Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal weren't good, and that this is a return to back when the game was good. But no, this is just basically a throwback.
And new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the shield saw.
Ooh.
Block. Throw.
Boomerang, baby. But does it have a grapple hook?
All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot.
And here?
And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Interesting. So, you know, every single one of these games is not the same as the other.
And the shield saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id.
Oh yeah.
But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail?
Wow.
Or maybe an electrified gauntlet. Or even a doom spiked mace. That's right, we have 3 melee options that are
God,
part
this
of a
shit
melee
looks so
system,
awesome.
all on one input, complete with combos and upgrades, and it's totally awesome. And
You
can
think?
finish off the demons now with
You
an
think this
all-new,
looks kind of awesome?
unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit, and it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about
What's
yet.
the button?
The trigger.
Trigger?
That's right, we've saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And
Yep.
Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
Just hope don't make them too powerful. There's gotta be a sense of balance.
Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines.
Brutal torture machines, dog.
Impale. And shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some.
With great power
extended
comes great
gameplay
responsibility, and I
and
guess
see how these
Doom
medieval
Slayer
mechanics
has
synergize
that
with the enemies and the environments to
qualification.
form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
Of course, you have the you have the health laid out for you. And the music is just as great as ever, man. Oh, I see. So you kind of use your shield as a hook. You fast travel using the shield. Dog, this shit's actually so crazy.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the
Okay, but
speed and
that
challenge
can make
the
it very. That's very broken.
slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
I see. So if I wanted, I could like play it like. So it's like Super Hot, where you control the speed of the game.
You've been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech.
No way.
It's the
You could be a
size of
mech.
building. It's powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing,
Bro.
Gatling gun-toting
So
cybernetic
you're not
dragon.
just a Doom Slayer. You're a mech. You're a dragon.
The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep.
Bro, if you're more powerful back then.
And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience.
The story.
So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Oh, you'll get to the story next.
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many
These guys are on fucking fire right now in terms of their production.
In this level,
when it comes
you
to
will
these
meet
Doom
the
games.
enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game, where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches.
So much.
Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Bro.
And the soundtrack to your
Yeah.
epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete.
Story time.
And speaking
But
of
man,
the
I
story
cannot
of
wait for the
Doom in
music
Dark
of
Ages,
this.
like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easy
Even though I'm not a new
access
player, I
as you
first
take
played
the narrative
Doom
out of
with
the codex
Eternal.
and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every
16,
game
2021,
The
and
goal
now
is
2025.
to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you.
Bro, look at how they're all following him.
Doom the Dark Ages releases
May. Nice. May 15th, and the pre-orders start today. So is that it? I think that is. That's everything they've shown. Do they have one more surprise, or? Nope. Seems like it. Are these the outtakes?
You will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting and
This is
spinning
now
tools.
just sort of like a
The
recap
combat
of
system
everything.
is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
All with Game Pass. Thanks for watching. Xbox logo. Isn't it gonna go? It's gonna stop here. It's gonna go. Or not. Whatever. That was cool. That was cool. That was good. No Oblivion. We want Oblivion. Honestly, that was okay. I like the South of Midnight looks alright. Expedition 33 looks okay. Ninja Gaiden and Doom are, of course, the two main highlights. Those games look really fun. And I can't wait to get my hands on them, hopefully. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. So, yeah, only 4 games. That was about what was expected. Before I leave, I'm gonna read some comments. Do you even like realistic games? This is epic. This stream started at... Thanks, David Dumbdown. I wonder if you saw that certain teaser for a certain anime. The French might make the second best thing they made. First will always be Rayman singing Sex Bomb. I'm not even an Xbox guy. Do I like realistic games? That's kind of like... No, not, I like games that are like good story-wise, you know? That's kind of what I like to see in games. Yep, that's it, unfortunately. Only 4 games showed in the entire presentation. So, you know, this type of presentation is not for everyone, but for me, it was alright. 50 minutes is a bit long, so, yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. But, you know, at least they went, like, in depth to, like, really let us know what those 4 games are going to be all about. So, all in all, it was okay. I didn't mind it. But that's going to do it for me. I expect a video about my reaction to the Oscars nominations coming soon. I'm out of here. Have a pleasant rest of your Thursday afternoon. Peace out.